Hello everybody and welcome back to Witcombe Park Farm. We are on a mission to use our digestate. So the BGA in the previous episode was totally full of digestate. I've taken one load out of it, so it's £20,000 less than what it was before, but it's still very full, and this silage is going to be processed and that will also fill it up again. So anyway, the point is we want to use this digestate. We have many fields that need to be spread with digestate. Some of them have still got straw in. I think field number 45, 44, they need baling. Yep, they need baling. But the ones which don't need baling, like 53, they should be done. So actually, I think we'll do 53 and then we'll do the baling. That would be a really good thing to do. Although, we have a problem, and that is how long it takes to keep going backwards and forwards with this digestate. So really what we need is something which I never use, and that is a container at the side of the field. Yes, it's been so long since I looked at this that I couldn't even find it, but yeah, here it is. It's a, how much? Oh, it's only 65,000 litres. That doesn't seem very big. It's only like 2 and a bit of the tanker loads. So, well, I suppose it is still at least 3 and a bit loads with the red tanker. So if I leased one of these, oh, crikey, we haven't even got £1,000. It's okay though, because we are going to get a load of money very soon. We're just in a period where we're waiting. We have 77,000 litres of linseed, 54 of oats, 13 of poppies, 86 sorghum. Straw doesn't count, although we will actually be selling some straw. Manure needs to be transferred actually, as does the slurry. But yeah, let me just sort out our tricky financial situation. That'll do. Let's not go with green. Let's go with orange. Very nice. I would prefer to use this. How much would that be to lease? It's still, I see, it's quite expensive. That is unfortunate. Can you put, no, I don't think you can. I was going to say, can you put it into the normal tanker that we have over there? But that's our milk tanker. It would be very unhygienic to do that. So we need to go to the store to get the attachment for this. No, this is silly. This is silly. We're going to have to use this. It can be the orange fleet. Yeah, because then we can keep that tanker at the side of the field as well to unload into. So let me just grab this. Oh, actually, no, I'll use speed tractor. Speed tractor, here it is. Let me go and get the tanker, the container with this, and then I can go and get the tanker with the lorry. You see, it makes much more sense to use that tanker because not only is it bigger, but we can also put it on the lorry, which is much faster. And actually, in this game, you can fill the container and then transport it, but in real life, that would be obscene. You would not do that. It would be so heavy. Now, it's going to be interesting. Yes, it's going to be more expensive than what I want it to be, but it's, I would say it's still cheaper than buying fertilizer. Hopefully it is. Right, so here we are with the first 30,000 litres. Let's get it transferred into the container, although I do need to put the container down. So, how do we do that? Do we press X? I've never actually done this on FS25. Well, I would have thought you'd have pressed X, but maybe not. Maybe you can't. Maybe it just does it on its own. I don't know. Anyway, let's get that pumped across. So that's emptying the tanker. That's empty. As I said, we do need to go to the store to go and get the attachment for our spreader. And actually we could upgrade our spreader to be one which is even bigger if we have the power. But I'm not convinced we do have the power. So, let me shuttle... I'm going to do 2 more loads with this. And then I'm going to go to the store to pick up the attachment. And then we can start. But I think really a time-lapse here is the best way to go. Because there's a lot of chasing around, running around, just getting things ready. And we're off. So I'm hoping that we have enough digestate down there in the tanker and in the container for the entire field, and then it will still be this month when we do all the other fields. So for anybody thinking, oh, this is all very expensive, renting all this equipment for one field in 1 month, but no, it's going to be, well, all the fields except for 51 because that's already done. Every field will be done this month with the same machinery. So actually, there's loads. In fact, I don't even know if we'll have enough digestate. Despite it being full, I don't know if we'll have enough because it's 53, 98, 97, 46, 47, 45, 44, and 5. So, yeah. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to find out. But yeah, clearly we've got a lot to do. And this is why I want to spread it over multiple episodes. Still within 1 month. Oh no, it's going to rain. Oh, that's annoying. That's disappointing. But yeah, anyway, yes, it would be very interesting to see if we do have enough here in the container to get this field done. I would like to think that we do. And also, the tanker needs to go back in the other direction with slurry. I think the BGA has almost run out, or run out. Yes, it's completely empty, so we can take 24,000 litres. I mustn't take more, though, because then I won't be able to use the tanker to backload. Alright, so that says empty. That's 20,000 consumed already, but the headland is always the most demanding part of the field. It always takes a long time to do the headland. It's amazing. When you start to go up and down, you soon cover some ground. So yeah, let's try and get this lorry emptied first of all, because that frees that up. Can I? Yeah. That's good. You can actually see it going down on the poop gauge. And that says full again. So I must get the headland done. I'm not going to just leave that bit. There's probably very little left in the lorry, but there will be a tiny bit. If my calculations are correct, it should be 5,000 litres. Pretty much 5,000 precisely. We will have a look. Let's see if I'm right. Oh, what a guess. So yes, we will be using that, but let me just get it out of the way. Here's the rain. Dreaded rain. Good. Right, train. There's the train in the rain. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Fantastic, and we easily did it. Very easily. We have plenty. So, that is it for the digestate spreading for this episode, but still loads more to do in the future. I'm going to go and park it up over here. As for the tanker, that needs to be emptied into the container, and then we can put the slurry in. And then we're going to need the baler. So actually, we do need the 8480 for the baling. So let's just drop this off here. There we go. We'll be back in that in just a second. As for this, yeah, let me just unload. Yeah, I like the container system. I'm guessing that the literage is supposed to be the realistic amount, but I think for the game, it would be nice if it was just like a little bit more. But it's good. It's definitely good. Right, so slurry. We need to go to the slurry silo, which is just over here. We do have manure that needs to be transferred as well. And actually that is quite important because of the cleanliness, which we're going to be penalised on if they're dirty. So I'm going to have to cart with the West trailer. I might benefit in getting a bigger West trailer just for manure. Can't take all of this. Exactly. Well, we should be okay. 24,000 is the limit, but in the time that we're baling, we should be able to process 333. So I should be able to empty it. So off we go. It's fantastic. It's all back and forth as well, because this slurry will then have a byproduct of digestate again, so some of this will be coming back to the farm. Yet we get paid for the methane and the electricity which is generated. Oh no, not there. The one behind. So used to coming to here. There we go. So I probably did deactivate it. I did. It needs to be reactivated. Manure needs to be sorted out. So... well... I'm quite tempted to replace the West trailer for a bigger trailer, although we're a bit strapped for cash right now, so it's probably not the best time. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to just wait for a little bit. But anyway, we'll get this totally filled up. I think we've got a surprising amount. Oh dear, we've got 22,000 litres. That's not good. Well, it's very good actually for money, but it's terrible for being penalised. Because we do get penalised for cleanliness. Let's take the first 12. So, we can activate that as well. I promise I'm going to do my baling, but because we will be directly affected financially by having too much manure in there. It's worth doing this. We are going to do the baling. I promise. I totally promise. We're going to do it in just a few minutes time. But let's just clear all this stuff. Okay, so hopefully I can get the rest of it into here. I can. That keeps it completely clear and clean. So that is perfect. But yeah, I did manage to totally fill that, which is quite surprising. So all of these are going to be feeding into digestate. Yeah, you can see they all produce a lot of digestate actually. But with that done, I can get the trailer out of here, park it back over here, and we can go and bale all those fields. Now, I think actually there is quite a significant amount to bale. I think every single field except for one, which we harvested in the previous episode, does need to be baled. And all of those fields will have the bales sold because we've already got a fantastic supply in the shed. Oh crikey, where's my baler? Well, it was there when I last checked, so I must have put it in a different shed. I was like, where on earth is it? Thinking that there was something else on the back of this, and it's actually on the back of the New Holland. So there we go. The New Holland actually can do this. In fact, it's more powerful. But I just want to put it on the Massey Ferguson. It just makes sense. Massey Ferguson on a Massey Ferguson baler. But it doesn't need to be. We're running low on baler twine, so we might have to go and get some more. But let's just make a good start. Now I do still have the rake on the front of this baler, so basically there's no chance of missing anything. I could reconfigure it, but there's no point. I might as well just stick with it. So here we go. Oh yeah, I'll reset the bell counter as well, so there we go. Get that started up. Beacons off. And away we go. Set to the biggest size, 240. Actually, yeah, I should be able to really cut down the time this is going to take, so that you can see I'm really taking in multiple areas. Some areas I won't be able to, but the messy areas in particular, I will be able to. So, let's see how many we can make. It's going to be quite good, especially field number 5 and this field. Field number 44, not so much, because that field was a crop which we inherited with the field, and it was not very good. But whatever we get is a bonus. So that's the first 2 fields done, and that has brought us to 16, which I think is not bad, really. And now we have the big one. We have the one which is the largest of all and the best yielding. So looking forward to this. Did the one at the bottom here have anything? I think it might do, actually. Do we still need to do 47? No? Okay. Yep, so we'll go straight across to field number 5 then. I must have already done 47. I did it on a previous occasion. They're the ones that we've stored in the shed. Still raining, of course. Yeah, we shouldn't really be baling in the rain. got to get it done. We've got to get it done. And yeah, this is not our ultra realistic series. Well, I don't really have an ultra realistic series, but the thing is, personally, I find that if I do try to play ultra realistically, it actually detracts from the gameplay experience, because the moment I do mess something up, then it just looks bad. So trying to always think, oh, I need to make sure I do everything absolutely perfectly, is probably not a good thing. I actually don't like it as much. I prefer just playing the game as pretty much as it's supposed to be played, with mods. However, in the next survival challenge, I will be putting more realistic mods on. But yeah, there's always going to be like unrealistic things that I do, just because sometimes it's more fun that way. Right, so this is it. This is the big one. You can see it looks good. Let's get it all raked up and baled. See what we finish with. I'd like to think that we're going to finish with at least 30 in total from all the fields. I'm going to say 32. Yeah, 32 in total. That sounds a possibility. We have just a little bit more to get down in the bottom corner, but yeah, we are pretty much there. If we can get this last one made, that would be nice. We need 13%, which I think we will do. But there's no other missed bits, so if we don't have enough here, then we don't have enough. But we do! Hooray! Okay, perfect. So let's get that emptied, and let's see if it was 32. As I predicted. It's very unlikely, but it was 36, which is fantastic news, because yeah, it's even more than what I thought, which means even more money. Now these can be collected up with our lorry next time. I don't really want to be storing them too much. Thankfully we do have the auto stacking shed, but actually I'm wondering if I should just put them in a pile outside in the yard. Then I can just easily pick them up again with the auto stacking trailer. I think I probably will, because they'll be going in December. But anyway, that is it for this episode. Plenty more digestate spreading to do next time. And, well, we might start drilling as well. So, let's just put this over here. Yeah, we could just make a stack, like, well, here somewhere. It's only going to be very temporary. But there we go. Please do remember to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. And until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.